What up, my poker peeps? It's the Hatter, and in today's episode, we're going to talk about coolers in poker, and what are they, and how they work, and how you got to understand and accept them. All right, so let's jump right into this hand. Under the gun's going to fold. Under the gun 2 is going to call. Low jack fold. Hijack. He's going to go ahead and limp in also. Cutoff limps in. Button's going to make it 350. I like his play here on the button. And then the small blind's going to go ahead and flat. And now we got pocket 10s here. Now the button's opening range could be pretty wide, but do I really want to open this up? So I'm going to go ahead and go into set mining here with the 10s from the from the big blind. I could definitely be 3-betting here, but with this group of players, I'm just not willing to gamble because I mean, he could have jacks plus very easily here, or ace king, and then we're flipping. So I decided to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and set mine with the pocket 10s. Like I said, you can mix here very easily. So I go ahead and call. Under the gun 2 is going to fold. Hijack's going to fold. Cutoff's going to fold. So we got 3 ways to a flop here. And we flop top set on a very nice board here. So we have the 10 of spades, 9 of clubs, 7 of spades. So you have a lot of draws out here that could happen. Now, because the button raises, I mean, jack 8 and the small blind just flatting, jack 8 shouldn't be a thing. 8-6 suited. I mean, it could be, but I mean, that's a stretch. I'm feeling like now we're looking at overs and stuff like that. So small blind goes ahead and donk leads for 8, which is kind of shocking. So this is our first decision. Now, I could go ahead and raise, but at this point, I want to see what the button does. Because let's say the button has a hand like aces. Maybe if I just flat, he'll come in with aces or kings or a hand like that, and we can get some more value. Of course, we don't want an 8 to come off, because that would just be terrible. Or a spade, but, I mean, we're trying to win a big pot here. So I go ahead and call, and the button comes along. So that's pretty good. So now, of course, we don't want to see a spade roll off or an 8. Or really any kind of straightening card. I mean, a king could be bad if someone has like queen jack here. So we go to a turn, which is the 9 of spades. It's probably it is the best spade in the deck. Let's just be honest here. So at this point, we have top boat. This is a beautiful situation. Really the only hand that we have to worry about now. I mean, yeah, 6-8 suited in spades is a straight flush. Jack 8 of spades is a straight flush, but we ain't worried about that kind of stuff. I mean, if they have that, they have that. So now the small blind goes ahead and leads out for 18 again. And I'm going to go ahead and stick with what my initial plan was on the flop. And I'm just going to call and try to bring the button along and try to build as big a pot as we can. Because you only make so many monsters per session, and we need to get max value here. So I go ahead and call, and the button unfortunately folds. So now we go to a river card of a 7. Now this is kind of troublesome, because as this hand's been played out, he could very easily have had flopped a set just like I did. And if he flopped a set, well, if he flopped a set, y'all know what time it is. He's got quads. So he goes ahead and rips it in. I mean, if he's got quads, he's got quads. That's just how coolers work. So I go ahead and snap call, and it is what we thought. It's a pretty big cooler, y'all. He ends up showing 10-9. So this is part of it. When you get coolered in poker, it's just part of it. It's going to come, and you cannot say it's rigged, and you cannot tilt away any more chips. Just say, hey, it's poker, and move on. All right, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Hatter out.